The movie starts with a family of the greatest ninja in Mortal Kombat named Hanzo. In the family, he had his wife and his 2 sons. Then a person arrives and kills someone behind a white gate, scaring the family to run. But the family sees the person, and he was Sub-Zero, one of the enemy of Hanzo. Sub-Zero was looking for Hanzo. He was in the woods collecting water from a lake. Later, he hears a scream coming from his house. He runs towards his house and he sees many people killed by Sub-Zero, and when he arrives home he saw his wife and his eldest son was killed by a person with ice abilities. He realizes that it's on of the only Sub-Zero. Finally, we see Sub-Zero and Hanzo meet near Hanzo's house. Hanzo opens the attack and they start fighting. Hanzo gets stabbed in his kidney and he does the same to Sub-Zero. The fight continues with jaw-dropping scenes and the outcome of the battle comes. Hanzo was defeated by Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero leaves Hanzo's place and somehow Hanzo had a little life left. And he wakes up by the crying of his youngest son who is a baby. He crawls towards the baby but he dies. Thunder God arrives, aka Raiden. He rescues the child and teleports to unknown place. Present time. 2 fighters were fighting in a cage. One of them was Cole. He was fighting against Ramizer. Ramizer wins the fighting, taking the W. Later, Cole was sitting in a restaurant when suddenly the restaurant's table and windows becomes frozen suddenly and he sees Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero attacks Cole and many other people. Later, Jax arrives, one of the chosen warriors, to fight for the Earth. Cole and his family enter Jax's car running away from Sub-Zero. They were in the car when Jax tells Cole that he has also been chosen to fight for the realm Earth. Suddenly, Sub-Zero arrives in front of Jax's car. Jax gets armed with a gun and goes to fight Sub-Zero. Jax enters the building where Sub-Zero was hiding. Sub-Zero sneak attacks Ya and freezes Jax's gun. They fight, but it does not last long. Sub-Zero uses his power and freezes Jax's arms and breaks it. Sub-Zero threw Jax out of the window, leaving Jax unconscious. Jax told Cole to find Sonya Blade. Cole somehow finds Sonya Blade in an old house. Cole finds out Sonya has tightened up Kane, aka the Black Dragon, in his house with chains. Then a creature comes in Sonya's house and tries to kill them. The lizard was invisible. The creature attacks Kane and leaves a scratch on Kane's face. Sonya attacks the lizard and she finds out it's not a lizard, it's Liazoth of the fighters of Skoceris. Sonya threw a knife towards Liazoth and Kane to ease it and put the Kinfi, including his hand, in Liazoth's chest and taking his heart out of it and killing the lizard. Later, Kane arranges a plane for 3 of them in search of the temple. They'll end in a desert. Kane was tired and he took a break and sat down. Sonya needed the GPS and he didn't want to give it to her. Sonya snatches the GPS, leading Kane to anger. Kane tried to kill her but Sonya fights back and in the end Sonya put a knife near Kane's neck. Sonya forgives Kane and they walked off in search of the temple. Later they met Liu Kang that can produce fire by his bare hands. He leads them to the temple of Raiden. When they arrive in the temple, Sonya found the body of Jax. He was barely alive and 2 people were trying to heal him. Later they meet Raiden and explains that there is a tournament is going on and her enemy team has already claimed 9 victories. Raiden tells that the chosen fighters are not ready yet. He tells Cole that if they win one more fight, the sorcerer will gain Earth and enslaving all of the human race. Subzero arrives and fights Liu Kang, the fire guy. He takes down Liu, and suddenly a sorcerer arrives with his companion girl with bloody smile on her face named Raiden. Created a shield on his temple and protecting by the presence of the sorcerer. While in protection of Raiden, Liu explains that every chosen fighter have ability to unlock the chrono that gives them powers. Cole practiced to unclock his hidden power, but he fails every time. After the training, all of them sit down and talks. Liu calls Kane a failure, leading him to anger. The anger unlocks his power and his powers were laser beam. Raiden talks to Cole and he reveals that Cole is the missing child of the greatest ninja Hanzo.
He was murdered along with...
To be continued in part 2. Like and sub for part 2 and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out any of new videos of your favorite movies.
He died. Hanzo descended into the nether realm, the farthest reaches of hell, endlessly searching for revenge.